We have a little bit of breaking news as well. Jeremy Fowler from ESPN is saying the Jaguars have requested to interview Bucs offensive line coach Kevin Carberry for a similar role, but were blocked by Tampa Bay. Per sources, new head coach Liam Coen, former Bucs offensive coordinator, had success with Carberry last year and looked into bringing him along. All right, so a little bit of gamesmanship that is going on. And thank you for the info, our PR team that is our stat guys at the moment while we're doing the show live. But we could talk about Logan Hall another time. Carberry has really been a renaissance, man, when it comes to the Bucs offensive line. I mean, obviously, and we were talking about this with Trevor Sikkema earlier today when we were at the Senior Bowl. The Bucs went through really some like catastrophic moments with their offensive line between, Ryan Jensen getting injured and Ali Marpet kind of abruptly retiring. Alex Kappa left for free agency, but it's one thing when you can prepare for one guy to leave, but when all of a sudden you have three guys leaving, you have to revamp essentially that entire offensive line. You had rookies, coming in and veterans coming in where you need that overall chemistry and meshing together. But then all of a sudden they were able to turn around quickly. And Kevin Carberry, I think, was really a big reason for that.
Yeah. And I sometimes we try to do our best to really talk about the impact of different coaches. And I don't know if we necessarily give Carberry all the respect that he deserves, because he oversaw Luke Gedeke really ascending into the upper echelon of right tackles in the NFL this year. He oversaw Cody Mauch going from a guy who was best described by Jason Light in the offseason as he played every snap last year. Now we're talking about, I've made the case that he's a Pro Bowl talent. That's a big step up in year two.
Yeah.
He oversaw Graham Barton having a very solid rookie season with flashes of brilliance. He got the most out of Ben Bredesen, who had not been very good in his career. Oh, yeah, and he helped Tristan Wirfs, who made a successful transition to left tackle in 2023, ascend back into it all-pro status in 2024. Every single guy on that line had a positive year, something I would say above their mean in terms of potential outcomes. That's incredible to do that, not with, like you said, not just with one or two guys, all across the line. And I'll put it out there. I am just beside myself thinking Liam Coen, did he really think the Bucs weren't going to block?
Did he think he was going to, do you think he was going to sneak that by the Bucs as well?
Oh, yeah. No, we just want
what is he sending message by Raven or Pigeon or something?
We just want to talk, guys. That's all. Absolutely, they were going to block that.
Right. And I love where this offensive line is at. And you kind of just mentioned it already. Like, Tristan Wirfs is here for a while. Gedeke is in line for an extension. Graham Barton looked good as a rookie, and I think will only get better. And there was a big step with Cody Mauch, you see on the screen, obviously, next to Graham Barton as well. So once you figure out left guard, and, I'm okay with Ben Bredesen coming back. But if the Bucs also think that they can upgrade from Ben Bredesen, I think that's really important too. Love some of the comments that we got as well. Penn Wallace says, good F Liam. John Boobin says, I would block everyone Coen asked to interview.
I like that because he didn't say everyone on the Bucs. I think that Jason Light should just try and block every person in the NFL and college football from the talking to
just hire Shaquille O'Neal. I know Shaq's a very busy guy, but you send him out to Jacksonville, have him block some shots. Maybe get Vince Carter involved. I know he's not the tallest of guys, but NBA players compared to NFL players are still much larger if we want to open that debate again. Yeah, a little bit of breaking news there on the show that tends to happen from time to time. Bailey Adams, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for joining the show. Your immediate reaction to Kevin Carberry getting asked by the Jaguars to interview, and the Bucs going Mutombo, RIP Mutombo, saying denied.
Good. I mean, that was my initial reaction, was good. I think it makes sense. I think there was actually, kind of some stones on Liam Coen to even ask. And it not be, because obviously he's under contract. It has to be a promotion for him to go,
right?
And for him to just say straight up, I know he's under contract, but can I interview him?
In a weird way, I think Liam Coen believes that he's Jerry Maguire when he leaves the agency, and he's like, all right, who's coming with me? Kevin Carberry, you're coming with me. And Carberry's like, no, I have a good thing here. Yeah. I got a really good thing going on. So, yeah, that just doesn't make much sense. And I know some people want us to move on from Liam Coen leaving and all that stuff, and we were very happy to do so. We weren't even really going to utter Liam Coen at all unless we were kind of comparing the most recent offense. And you know how conversations go on this podcast. But what can we do? He's trying to poach some more Bucs players, so it comes back into the conversation. But yeah, Carberry, we kind of just already talked about it with Josh, just how important he was to the team this season. And it helps the running back room as well, whether it's Bucky Irving just kind of being a stud this year in his rookie season. Rachaad White's still very formidable. And I mean, who would have thought out of the Bucs running back room, if I said 2 out of the 3 guys are going to win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, surely Sean Tucker would have been one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody knew it would be Sean Tucker at some point or another, whether it was going to be in week 6 or week 17, week 18. They knew it happened once, right?
Yeah. By the way, we have a super chat from our main man, Leighton Carter. Thank you, Leighton, for the $5 super chat, who says, great job, guys. Yes, thank you very much, Leighton. Appreciate your kind words as well. You had tweeted at us or X'd at us, whatever you want to call it, earlier in the week, wishing us safe travel. So thank you so much for the kind words, Leighton. We appreciate you. You really are the best. Bucs Basement, thank you for the $2 super chat. Says, Bucs blocked Liam. Keep doing that. Well, maybe this will be something where Liam Coen learns his lesson and says, yeah, I'm not going to go down that well once again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious to see how it goes from there. I mean, I think he understands, I'm sure he probably should have from the start, that if he's going to ask, they're going to say no. And now that they've said no once, I don't think the Bucs will see somebody else that he asks to interview and they're like, yeah, you can actually take that guy if you want. I think they're pretty happy with the staff that they have under contract right now. And I know it will depend. It does depend on who they hire as their offensive coordinator, all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know that he'll try again after being blocked at least once.
It's going to be a real damning sign if the Bucs are like, yeah, you know what, take that assistant coach. Sure. No I think
at that point, if Liam saw that, he'd be like, actually, maybe I don't want to interview him. If they're ready to let him go, then maybe that's something I should second guess.